Hi everyone, this is DK3D9, and you might be wondering where we are. Well, I'm actually going to be starting a new series called Crusader Craft. Yep. Now I realize I haven't recorded any Minecraft videos in the past, but I assure you I've been playing Minecraft for quite a while. I like a lot of games. I'll be probably putting all kinds of different games on the channel. This does not mean that I plan on doing one thing or the other. In fact, but that's not important right now. Let's talk about the new series. We're using the mod pack Crusader Craft. We're playing on a multiplayer server. Yay. Yay. Anyway. I'm going to be playing with, so far, two other people. One is Rampage Force, sorry. And the other one, I think, is Mr. Benson. I think that's what his username is. Forgive me! I just call him Mr. B. So, anyway. I want to, in this video, I'm going to label this video Episode 0. This explains exactly what Crusader Craft is, and also to kind of catch you up, because we kind of did a few things without actually recording it, because I'm terrible. Just terrible. Anyway, this is called a longsword. I promise you it's made out of stone. I also have an iron one. Whee. And I will explain what Crusader Craft is, or at least what it means to me, and just give you some basic overview of what's been happening. Yeah, it actually lets you jump really high with it, so it's kind of cool. Okay, there you go. Okay, so here's what's happened so far. We built a house in the side of a mountain. Awesome. I know some people are like, it's not well decorated. Meh. Anyway, we converted a multi-cave system. In fact, this is where the original door was. This was just a solid wall. There was an area. Shh. Anyway, there was an area up there. And this was just a hole, and this also was a hole. So we basically sealed things up. After Rampage Force and Mr. Benson left, I added glass. I went out, killed some sheep. No, I didn't kill sheep. I actually made shears and then obtained as much wool to make 3 beds. This is Mr. Benson's bed. This is my bed. And Rampage Force has moved his bed over there. But this is his chest, my chest, and Mr. Benson's chest. Ta-da. Okay, so with that explained, what is oh, yeah. So, after that, we have a few misadventures, and I'll explain them in a little bit more detail after I explain what Crusader Craft is. It's a giant mod pack. Kind of like Crazy Craft, but not so laggy. Like, I can record this. Crazy Craft, not so much. If you're curious what this is a giant smelter. No, not a furnace. The furnace is down there. This is a multi-block thing. And before the game explains to you how you make it for this mod, you have to build this, the tool forge. The tool forge, I will get into a little bit more, but let's just say it's a very heavy investment. It requires seared bricks and blocks of iron, which, yeah, blocks of iron are pretty heavy investment. So I'll explain what all these things are. This is it's like a crafting table, but it has certain advantages. If there's a chest next to it, it will display the inventory of the chest, allowing you to grab things from the chest to craft with. Pretty awesome, right? Also, if I leave things in it, like meh, and I exit it, it doesn't poop them out. They stay firmly in the crafting table until I'm ready to use them. This way, if you forgot a single item you need to add, you could go get it, bring it over, and just simply add it. This is great. any advantages to that. This is called the stencil table. It lets you make stencils. So first you need a blank pattern, which is 2 planks and 2 sticks. So I'll show you how you craft one just for the... There you go. Do I have that wrong? Okay, I'm not sure why this isn't working. Oh, never mind. Those aren't sticks. Oh, DK is such a noob. These are tool rods, and I'll explain what those are in a little bit. Let's make the sticks. So, as you can see, we have the blank pattern there. And so you would take the blank pattern and you would put it in the stencils thing. And these are different shapes. Like this, and it basically turns the blank pattern into a pattern with that very specific shape. But why would I want to do that? Well, let's go over to the tool station real quick. It has different objects. So let's say I wanted to make a longsword, right? Well, the longsword needs a blade, a guard, and a tool rod. Okay? So I would go over the stencil table, and I would need to make sure I had a blade. I think this is it. Oh. I would need a blade, the guard, and the tool rod. So I would need a pattern for each one of those. Then I would put them into this giant chest here, right? Then I'd take them to the part builder. I select the stencil I'm going to need and what material I want it made out of, and I get the blade and if there's any extra left over. Then I take the components, take them to the tool station, and then I just assemble them. Put the guard there and the blade there. I could give it a name, and I would have my finished object. For example, like Stabby, which is a stone blade, stone guard, and a stone tool rod. Now, the advantages to this is if these materials run out of endurance, they do not break like standard Minecraft tools. In fact, they just stop working. You could then take them to your local tool station, put the object down, let's use this other one. You can put it down here. By default, this box here is repair, and we'll just give it a new name just to show you how this works. So what's it called? Okay. And you take it out, and it would be fully repaired. Now, normally it would cost you 1 cobblestone to repair a weapon, pickaxe, whatever that's made out of cobblestone. That's actually a pretty cool method. Now, the tool forge is kind of like that, except for even cooler weapons. It also deals with iron and all that good stuff. But how do you get iron components? You have to use the smelter over here. First, you need aluminum brass, which is made up of copper and bronze. Yeah, copper and I think it's copper and bronze, but anyway, you load that in there. There's a particular set. Like right now, this is full of molten iron, 65 ingots and 7 nuggets. So you would put your copper and aluminum, copper and aluminum, and you would have you could have different kinds of metals in here. And so if there might be like copper here, and then the brass would be at the bottom. Anyway, once you've got it mixed the way you want, you go over to one of these faucet things, and it will output finished product. Now, you need to use the brass to make these. Oh, yeah, I guess I should explain how this works. So you would take one of the parts that you make here. So let's say wide guard. And I'd take the wide guard out. And then I'd place it on this table and dump the brass on it. And I would get, in this case, I put an ingot down. And so you get this little brass covering. And now that I have this pattern, I can make infinite amount of ingots so long as I have molten iron or molten whatever. You can mix metals together. For example, I believe iron and magnesium give you steel, and then you could just output the ingots. Now the great thing, you're probably wondering, why would I want to use this giant thing to make ingots? For every raw iron or raw material, raw ore that you mine, you get 2 ingots per block, which is, well, that's 2 for 1, right? So for example, if I had 50 iron ore, this would make 50 ingots. This up here would make 100. Which one would you prefer? Think closely. Anyway, that's how the smelter works. That's how the tools work. If you have any questions about how all that works, I will gladly explain in detail. I just don't want this video to go too far. I tried to put signs to kind of offer explanations, because I realized I didn't explain it to the other people on the server. I just kind of did it. Now another time in which everyone logged off, I built this giant farm. Originally I was going to put a door here and a door here, but I never did it. But I just built this this was like, a solid wall here, and I just dug it out. And this was a little cavern, and I cleared it out, torched it up, and just sealed it up. So yep, got our wheat. This is Jossi stem. You can see that in there. It makes Jossi greens, I believe, which you give to chocobos to heal them and also tame them. And if you don't know what chocobo is, I will explain shortly. So this is this area. So let's go back downstairs. As you know, living quarters. This is the general supply and furnaces. Now I needed furnaces to create enough ingots to get this going, because the tool forge, as I said, I believe it takes like multiple blocks of iron. So yeah, blocks of iron are pretty good investment. This is quite interesting. Oh gosh, that's not when you want to lag spike when you're next to lava. So this is a natural cavern. I have not made any modifications to it, and I see a giant crater opening. Kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool, but maybe other people don't feel the same way. Now you've probably heard that sound right now. That is my chocobo. Say hi, chocobo. And I mounted him improperly, but that's okay. There we go. Yep, this is the chocobo. It's essentially a giant bird that is like a horse. Now the cool thing about the chocobo, to make a chocobo saddle, it's 2-string, leather, and a chocobo feather. Now an advantage over a horse that a chocobo has is if you go up to a pit or something, he actually floats down. He has wings, so he can slow his descent. Good chocobo. Moving on to something else I should probably explain. These are called oreberry bushes. Basically I found them in mines, and you plant them in dark areas, and what they do is you can harvest them by right-clicking. And you get ore berries. Ore berries can be melted down into nuggets. If you have enough of them, they'll be melted down to ingots. Nice, right? So that's what this area is. And so because of our ore berries, we essentially can grow aluminum and copper. Aluminum, copper make the brass that we need to make blanks, casts. So the iron ore berry just is like free or iron. So nice. But as I said, you know, these do take a bit to come up to the appropriate numbers, because understand, like, I think each one of these is equal to like a nugget, if I'm not mistaken. So let's test this actually. So we have 63 ingots and 7 nuggets. Let's build this down. So 63.7. Alright, that's going to take a while to melt, so we'll let it melt. And we'll just run over that number and come back to it later. So, right. These pickaxes are kind of special because you craft them from here. And so the idea is stone handle, stone wrapping, and of course stone handle, which gives you, there, this is the actual stats for it, which it's not bad. Now the stone one isn't particularly durable, but the iron one is incredibly durable because it gets the reinforced stat from having having all components of it made out of iron, which gives it a bonus to durability. Now, you may notice it said modifiers. Well, it's possible to modify weapons and armor with other components. This is covered, I believe, in the Tinkerer's book. Up here. Oh, yeah, Tinkerer's weapons. And I think Volume 1 of Material Menu covers it. So let's look at Tinkerer's Workshop. Oh no, this explains how you build weapons and everything. Never mind, it's this one. This is actually explaining all the methodologies for making all the recipes. So blanks, sticks makes the blank pattern, and this makes a stencil table. Plank, sorry. Blank pattern and a log makes a part crafter. The pattern chest is just a pattern plus chest. The tool station is a blank on a crafting table. Now you're probably wondering, how do you make the crafting station? Interesting enough, just throwing the crafting table by itself will offer a crafting station. And here you go, the tool forge. 4 iron blocks, 3 of these. Me and Rampage Force went on a huge expedition just to acquire everything needed to make this. That was a lot of iron. So 9, 18, 27. Yeah. We ended up getting 40 ingots. Yeah. It was a definite several hour adventure. Okay, drying rack. I'm not sure what the drying rack does yet. This is explaining the oreberry bushes. These are punji sticks, which are blockades. If you've ever watched Green Beret, you would have a really good idea what punji sticks are. But barricade. This is how you make grout, which is needed to make seared bricks. So there you go. Yeah. This is how you would replace this book if you lost it. And its upgrades, and basically as you do things, you get new books explaining how to do the next thing. So this is explaining tinkering with items. For example, flint and steel and whatever. I believe that's a potion of night vision. Golden carrot plus the goggles gives you night vision goggles. Perfect dodge, such. Stealth, feather fall, water walk. This is actually kind of an interesting idea. So all you need is 2 lily pads on your boots and you can water walk. Lead boots, slimy souls. Sorry. This one is what I'm really looking for, is moss, because it lets the item auto repair, which sounds really awesome. So that's it for that book. I think that should at least give you an idea on how everything works. This is the Chocobo book, covers everything to do with chocobos, mating, and all that stuff. So let's go to sleep real quick so I can kind of show you some areas that we've explored. It's night, I promise. There we go. There is a quick travel system based on particular marks that we've created. So I'm going to take you to a few of the marks just so you can see them. This was actually a city that we explored. I just called it the City of Lost Souls. So it has villagers, nothing particularly special about it. Rampage Force deployed the lava here. And so it is. So that's a good place where we've been getting food from that wasn't steak. This is the cursed tree. It's actually witchwood. Yeah, we actually discovered gravel ore, but we haven't found a way to mine it yet. I assume we're going to need a shovel or an excavator or something. I'm not sure. This is topaz. So this is some copper ore, just so you know what it is and what it looks like. Based on what texture pack I'm using, it might change. This is crimerate ore. We found some of it here, and we also found a chunk of it in a mine. We mined it in the mine, but we left it alone here because I haven't taken Rampage out here yet. Ignore me. Ignore me. Anyway, this is a dark ritual happening, and those are crimson guys. And I think they're probably going to kill me. Run! I thought I left the teleporter, the beacon on top of that mountain overlooking this, but no, apparently I moved the icon all the way on top of them. So now I'm going to run. I need to get somewhere safe so I can teleport back home and eat something. Man, they are chasing me. Sorry, guys. I'm going to hide in here for a second. Let's teleport home real quick. grab some FUD. This is some more of that metal gravel. It's tin and iron. This is Rampager's Ravine of Doom is what I called it. We got a lot of material out of that, a lot of iron. Nothing too special though. Mostly iron and stuff like that. Now this is actually where we got the jackpot. So first off, appreciate that building over there. It's actually a castle. We haven't checked it out yet. That's going to be saved for one of our episodes. Down here, though, this is actually a gigantic mine system, and we pulled out a lot of rare materials, shards, just so many different materials, which has, well, it was very useful. I think that's any particular places of note right now, just so like y'all know, because I realized we didn't record some of this, so y'all wouldn't have the context. So now you have the context. When we visit these places, you have an idea where they are and that they're quite far away from the house. With that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you look forward to the Crusader Craft series. So join me as we get a little crusading. That's probably odd. Never mind. Anyway. Bye, guys. This has been DK3 Tonight, signing off.